about go back to the ancient ways.
That's actually they lying. Here's the truth. This is Walter Pleasant. In 1924, he created the Racial Integrity Act. This act forced all Indians to be reclassified as color. Yes, color. The same term they called Black Americans' ancestors. Proven before our ancestors was called color, it was called Indians. Killing the Indians off on paper. This is why the Civil Rights Act of 1968 was also called the Indian Civil Rights Act. You awake yet?
The slave ship story is a myth. This is Alex Haley. He created the fictional novel Roots, which was later made into a docuseries and presented on the History Channel. He claims he traced his lineage back to his seventh-time great-grandfather named Kunta Kinte, an African taken from a village which would be modern-day Gambia. This is a book named The African by an author named Harold Colander. Remember that name? Guess who was the main character of this story? You guessed it, Kunta Kinte. In 78, Haley was sued for plagiarizing Colander's book, The African. If this was his real grandfather, how your great-great-great-grandfather had the same name as Colander's main character? And why was this fraud rewarded with a monument in Heritage Square? Part 2, I'm gonna tell you why.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
Now, pause this real quick. See, the golden people, golden. Do you not get? They took the golden people, and put the God to make it pagan. But we just need to keep it simple. Light beings is what you are. You are energy. You was not created. You can't be created. You always existed. You are energy. You are part of the bigger energy. We're all one big brain. We're all part of each other. We're all one. There's only one spirit. We're energy. You're transferred, not created. Creating a person is bullshit. Creating a person is cloning. We're not created. Enoch got on the ship and praised the ship before he got on and said that was the Most High's glory, not realizing it was a devil. When he got on the ship, after he already made the fucking peace treaty, and you found out Enoch is a fallen one, that's right, made a peace treaty, and he found out when he got on the ship that, oh snap, oh, they are devils, and the devil has a leader, and he asked the devil, what is that in that incubator? He said, the Son of Man. Something that was created. We're not created. Hello. The devils create shit because the devils have to clone shit. We're energy beings. We don't die. We always keep going and going like the damn Energizer Bunny, except better. We can't be killed because we can't die. You died natural man's death, but you come back. Hello. Anybody getting at that? We are so-called gods, except the God is pagan. So you get rid of that and say we are the golden ones. We are the light beings. We're it. We don't need nothing to save us. Nothing's coming to save us. Only thing's coming is the devil for revenge because we killed his ass. So he's coming back. We punished him. He's coming back for revenge. We're going to be out in the mountains hiding, trying to get weaponry to fight back. Because the devil's coming back for revenge. Ain't no angel coming to help us or nothing. Followers are coming to help the devil fight back for revenge. Do you get it? The devil's not going to save you. He wants to kill you. The angels that come are not good guys. Angels is a pagan word because they means followers. They want to kill and eat you. Ain't nothing coming to save you. Stop being like our evil ancestors and realize that we are it. We are the ones. Together, we fight together. We save ourselves. King David molded us. Nobody's coming back. It don't matter who the fuck you were in the past, because that's past tense. You can't get mad about the past. You got to get mad about now to fight the war. Stop dealing with half-breeds. Stop having sex and having kids with these outside nations. They are the devil's kids. They must die. They got the DNA. There's no way around it. It is what it is. Stop saying all the Bible's wrong. The whole Bible is not wrong. Some things are right and some things are wrong. But you don't throw away the whole book, regardless of how much they twisted it. And I keep telling you, all you got to do is go back and read the Sumerian text, if you can interpret it like I have, and then you'll find out what the parts is us and what parts are them. But y'all won't do that. No, most of you know how to speak Sumerian, but you go ahead and speak Hebrew, which is really Hebrew Sumerian, because that's not your real Hebrew. And that ain't the Sumerian that's even wrote in the Hebrew text, because it's older than that on purpose, so your dumb ass can't read it. But your ass won't go figure out what letter is what or anything, because you care not to know. Stop being like an evil ancestor. This is evidence showing you.
Black Americans are the Aboriginal Indians of America. Check out this glitch in the matrix.
When I was reading to prepare for this interview, I was quite surprised to see you use the word Aborigines, talking about African Americans. You know, I've dealt with that issue. I've already talked publicly about that.
My purpose here today is to say that I'm very sorry, and I apologize to anyone whose feelings were hurt by my comments.
I'll make very, very clear, I don't know where that comment comes from.
Well, from your subconscious.
Well, I guess. I mean, it's not even a normal thing anyone would say. Even if you meant something in a negative fashion, I don't know if you would put it.
The average black American don't even know what an aborigine is. So tell me again how they feelings would be hurt by the phrase. Secondly, why they making him apologize like he said the N-word or something? Thirdly, pay attention to the subconscious phrase. That's them basically saying that subconsciously they know who he is, even if we don't know who he is. And you people, he said that ain't no average information, of course, because that's one of the biggest secrets in American history. Aborigine, a person, animal, or plant that has been in the country or region from the earliest time. So by him calling...
Let's take it further. Aborigine, original, first being to ever exist, first energy that ever was, original. Aboriginal means original, first thing to exist ever. You always existed. We all existed as one. There's only one spirit. Okay, do you get it yet? They're telling you, but they're not telling you. Do you get it yet?
African Americans, Aborigines, basically he's saying that we were the first people on this landmass, right? Tell me again how that's offensive. The apology wasn't for black Americans, the apologies was for the higher-ups who's trying to keep that a secret. Black Americans are the Aboriginal Indians of America, Part 2. Let's check out Malcolm X breakdown what an Aborigine is. Aborigines, which means what? White folks. You want to find a white Aborigine. Aborigines are called millions, or they're all over God-fearing people. You and I are Aborigines, but you don't have to be called an Aborigine. There's two key notes to take away from what Malcolm just said. One, they're always dark-skinned people. The statue behind me is Pocahontas' father, Chief Powhatan. If he was living today, what do you think they would identify him now? And two, you'll never find a white Aborigine. So explain to me how this white guy above me is an actual chief of an indigenous tribe. Black Americans realizing their true identity is the biggest threat to the U.S. government. Because then the reparation conversation changed from them kidnapping you from a continent to you being the people that they stole the land from. See, they couldn't get rid of us physically, so they got rid of us psychologically. And you're forced to go to their school so you never realize who you really are. They have to control our minds from a very young age. And they have to separate us from our parents as well. I mean, all of their traditions is built off lies. Easter Bunny, Santa Claus. When you build your power off lies, the biggest threat to your foundation is truth. It's about to blow your mind. Recognize it. Here's a car from 150 years ago. Big difference, right? Stay with me. Here's a car from today. And here's a car from 150 years ago. Big difference, right? Well, check this. Here's a classroom of today. And here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now ain't that a shame? In literally more than a century, nothing has changed. Yet you claim to prepare students for the future. But with evidence like that, I must ask, do you prepare students for the future or the past? I did a background check on you and let the record show that you were made to train people to work in factories, which explains why you put students in straight rows, nice and neat, tell them sit still, raise your hand if you want to speak, give them a short break to eat, and for 8 hours a day, tell them what to think. Oh, and make them compete to get an A, a letter which determines product quality, hence grade A. I did it.
Stop, and it's so crazy because it's literally, I mean, it's right here. The African American trademark was assigned a serial number, and there is the number, by the United States.
Here's the problem. Was no African trademark. Was no African coming here. Okay, everybody, you got a tack on your lens and you were already there. There was no boats. That's been proven. And shoot, a couple of folks on proving that emphatically and proved it. All right? I'm going to let this play a little further.
Patent and Trademark Office, trademark serial number is a unique ID, blah, 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 whatever. But who patented it? The legal correspondent for African American trademark is Charles J. Long Smith. It's a lot of names. Anderson, Baker, and Long. 25 North Duke Street, Suite 202.
So who was Charles? Charles was a duke. Who was the dukes? The dukes were the so-called, I'm going to say, they were the fake kings who said they were the kings after they took your shit. Those were the dukes. And they made a slavery thing to change your name instead of from Africa when you wasn't in Africa, because those were the Dukes. And they had to do it so you can forget who you are, because those were the Dukes. The last attempt, my people knew who they were still when they killed not Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Although Malcolm X was the one who convinced Martin Luther King who he really was, because they had beef at first. When he sat down Malcolm X set Martin Luther King straight and said, hey man, we in our own land. How did Malcolm X know? Because an Arabic dude told him, and they killed the Arabic dude the same time they killed Malcolm X in his own country.
New York, Pennsylvania. The current status of the African American filing is registered. Based on African American ink, the African American trademark is used in the following business: beef, canned vegetables, chicken, and pork. This is crazy. So, like, are they canning us?
In other words, they call you food, the delectable Negro. They was coming here to eat you in the first place.
Are they using us for beef? Beef, vegetables, chicken, and pork. This is very suspect to me. African American ink.
Brothers and sisters of the Celestial Energy, Brother Wisdom, what's going on, guys? As you can see, we who...
Now, I'm going to stop it there because she's going to tell you to go back to old ways. Here's the problem. You can't go back to old ways like our ancestors, and that's what most of y'all would do when you hear that. 99.9 of you will. Our ancestors served the devil. Our ancestors were evil. I call the shit what it is because it was. Our ancestors bowed down in front of ships and made a treaty with the devil when he was told not to. Because we already had everything we needed. How can you get tricked so damn easily unless you really want to get tricked because you want to believe something else? Because you want a big old tall, 20 feet tall, Nephilim giant to worship. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. So you don't want to do that. Don't be like even the sisters. Be a free thinker. Do your research. Stop falling for the bullshit. Too many of y'all still think a man's coming with the sky. Ain't nobody coming but the damn devil. Ain't nobody coming to save you. The devil's coming to kill and eat you because we beat up the devil. We killed the devil. We destroyed the devil. And all his minions. We even destroyed his kids and threw them in a place that we like to call here, which is really their slavery. And then somehow they got out of slavery. Why? We're too nice. We're too gullible. We think that because they're nice, they're not evil. If they got the DNA, they're evil. You got to be like me. Your mama fucked a black man. Your daddy fucked a black woman. Your daddy's daddy fucked a black woman. Your mama's mama and daddy, both sides, fucked a black woman or a black man. I'll say it like that. And then so forth and so forth. It takes 3 to 4 generations to get it out of you. I know I'm the 4th generation. So I know I'm 100% what I'm supposed to be to a certain extent because of the fact I ain't got my abilities yet. Well, I got some, but not everything. But I can't control them yet, so that's another thing. But anyways, we don't have it the way we used to because we have to get that DNA, activated. All right? You're going to be so hot compared to the sun, to the fact, even though it's a portal, these other beings, outside nations and half-breeds cannot exist. They will explode and die. They cannot live on this platform. It's eviction time. That's what I've been trying to get y'all to see for the longest time. Like my parents told me, the minute you find out black and white don't mix, the better off you'll be. I'm going to say it like this, our people. The sooner you find out that our outside nations, including half-breeds, do not mix with us, you'll be better off. The sooner you find out that we can't deal with anybody less than 100% on the same page, realizing we energy that we are, then you can't deal with them. The minute they want to serve the Most High, because when they say the Most High, they really don't understand. They're reverencing the Most High devil because he uses that name. And you're serving the devil. We got to get out all names. All names come from the devil, y'all. We gave ourselves a name. We weren't supposed to. We had no name. We're energy. We're light. That's the name. And that's not even a name. That's what it is. You know, light being energy. Same shit. All you're saying is that you energy. Why? Because you can never be created. You were transferred. And expansion is a transfer. It doesn't create anything. You already existed. It's expanding. Planet Earth is not what you think. Planet Earth is a platform with a bunch of platforms combined together with gateways and doorways. All the suns are is a gateway. You look up and you see something bright. You're seeing reflection from the gateway through Antarctica and other places like that. Places you already been. Places you forgot about. Stop the bullshit. You want to ascend to your highest estate? You have to stop trying to want to have somebody to serve. Stop falling your faces. Stop praying. Stop all that. There's no point. You're wasting your time. You're praying to something that wants to eat you and kill you. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're being like your evil ancestors. Exactly what you're doing. And you can't have folks on the land if they do not agree on the same things. Now, I'll say this. I'm going to help the women out. Women, you don't know your men. That's your problem. Most of us men, I had a wall, but I took my wall down. But most of the men has had a wall up because of past experience with you women. You don't know your man even when he takes his wall down because you have not taken the time out to know your man. You have not taken the time out to understand man, study man, and understand makes him tick, but don't make him tick. You don't know anything about your man, but you think you know him, but you don't. My wife don't really know me. She keeps on thinking she do, but she don't. She's not taking out the time to figure out who I am, what I'm really about to a certain extent, and what makes me tick, what I do and don't like. Otherwise, there's a lot of things she wouldn't do. Y'all have not done that, and that's where y'all falling short, and that's why people are having issues. That's why you and your husbands really ain't getting all along like that, and half the time y'all let y'all men feel like, okay, and I can work with it, and then y'all turn around and make us feel like we can't work with y'all. Y'all there for y'all men, but you're not there when it counts the most. And every man says this. Every man, including even worldly men, say this. So if every man is saying this, we all can't be wrong. Men, get rid of the wall. Try to give them a chance. That's all I can tell you as far as that goes. But women, y'all need to really look at that. And men, we do need to understand women. And you can't talk to men the way you talk to women. Women, that's where you get shit twisted. You gotta be careful of the words you choose when you come to us. You gotta be very careful how you talk to us. Choose your words wisely because we are men. We're not like you women. When you talk to him, you gotta be careful how you speak to him. Period. I remember a lesson a long time ago. This lady, a woman, and she was a damn good woman. I'll give her that. She was the epitome of what a woman should be. Now, I'm not saying she was perfect. She believed in some things she shouldn't believe in as far as the Mr. J stuff. She didn't know. She was a lot older. But she did a whole sermon a long time ago about how us, the women, need to understand the men and take time to understand the men and be careful how you speak to them because they're not like the women. You got to be careful when you talk to men. You get the reaction that you don't want. We have emotions, we got feelings too, and we're not one to tolerate much. We drop the hammer on people. That's what men do. We don't like it, we try not to do it. We tolerate a lot before we do it, but the time we've done it, it was already coming. We was trying to hold it back. Y'all want to complain about money, but then you don't want to help your man get to the place to get money. If you help him to get the place to get money, if he needs the little extra help to get more money, y'all don't want to go the extra mile, but you complain about money. Please, women, tell me how that makes any sense. When you're married, you're supposed to have each other's back. You can't expect that brother to have your back all the way unless you got his back all the way. Period. Stop waking up in the mornings causing arguments with your husband. If y'all don't realize it, y'all set the tone in the morning. Women, you set the tone throughout the day for that man. And if y'all are arguing, you're the reason you're arguing. It's something you said. It's the way you said it, but you said something to make that man feel that way. You need to think about what you said and how you say it, and maybe think of a different way to come to your husband so that he can understand what you're saying. Yelling, a man don't hear anything you saying yelling. Honestly, I don't hear anything she say. One out the other. Why? Because she's yelling. I can't work like that. That doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for no man. You need to talk calm, cool, and collective. Even when he gets mad. Because if he sees he can't have an argument, he has no choice but to calm down. You can't argue by yourself. So that's up you ladies. Men, get the wall down. Give him a chance. I know we come into our own. It's frustrating. I understand how most y'all men feel they've been the best. I'm going to just say how they feel. They've been the best tag team partner for the white man from the very beginning. Now, I have to stick up for them just a teeny bit because we didn't listen at one point, so part of that downfall was our fault. Remember, we did put the churches up, and when we burnt them down, we banned them from the churches. I'm not going too much into that because the rest of it gets very disturbing. All right. But however, nowadays they have been programmed to not do like they supposed to do. And they expect everything from the men when they're not doing what they're supposed to do. If you want stuff from the men, you got to do your part. You want the man to get the money, make sure he gets there to get the money. If he ain't got a ride, then you are the ride. It's that simple. You married to him. And I find it very funny, worldly women understand this more than women who are supposed to be in the truth. That's terrible. Y'all supposed to have it before they do. And they help their men. And they achieve shit. They achieve a lot of shit, man. Have us men who are in the truth looking at their women like, damn, what the fuck? What's going on with mine? Why come she can't do like that? This is how men feel. So I'm just helping y'all out. Plain and simple. And it's sad. It is sad. Because a lot of us men, we got married thinking that women going to do everything right they supposed to. Yeah, we probably played a trick on ourselves. But damn. So I'm going to leave it at that. Because I'm not starting anything. Because I don't want you to get y'all feelings. Y'all don't listen. When y'all get your feelings, y'all don't have anything y'all say except the one thing y'all want to hear. And you got to stop being like your evil ancestors. Good can't deal with evil. The teachers are not going to tolerate nobody's shit if they're doing evil shit. They're not going to bother with it. And we teachers are not your leaders. We are teachers. We give you advice. We leave it alone. We don't have anything else about it what you choose to do. It's up to you. We don't care after that. Why? Because as far as we're concerned, y'all ain't going to listen no way. I can guarantee this lesson of letting you know who you are, stopping your evil ancestors and stuff like that. 99.9 of you ain't going to listen. You're going to keep doing the same thing you want to do. Why? Because you just think somebody's going to come from the sky and save you when it's the devil. You want to pray when you're praying to the devil. You want to call names when you call on the devil. You want to say the Most High when the devil used the Most High name as the Most High devil. It's being real with y'all. Being real with y'all. And you know why most of y'all are not where the teachers are at? Because y'all know they won't tolerate y'all shit. And y'all don't want to deal with that because they're not going to go for nothing else. This is why, although they got all the ancestors' name wrong, all the tribal names wrong, there was way more than 12. That's all bullshit. And also, they got all the prophets and teachers' name wrong. They got them all wrong. They're all on purpose. They're giving you fallen angels' names. Now, but all us teachers, we would go to the mountains to get away from y'all. Just to get away from y'all. Because y'all don't listen. So why bother? And that's why I say a long time ago, y'all, why don't you talk to the man? Listen, brother. Raptor News one time said to me, yo, okay, they did this, they did that. And I talked to folks on wit, in case that's what y'all think. Because some of y'all probably think this whole song's about you. And it's not. I ain't talking about the folks that came. I'm talking about, in general, well, actually, past tense of when something happened between Brother Whitehead and the other dude who stole Brother Whitehead from my group and then did him dirty. Raptor News tried to get me and Whitehead to work it out. And he said, and I forgave Brother Whitehead and stuff. Now, all that's past tense. But when that day he did that, because everything was going down and how bad it was, I just simply told Raptor News, I'd rather not be bothered. Y'all get the teachers to the point where they'd rather not be bothered. And that's bad. Some of y'all drive the teachers to think about drinking. Don't mean they go drink, but they thought about it. Oh, yeah, they've thought about it. Because the stress y'all put on these teachers, y'all don't listen. Even the kings, the best kings listened to the teachers. And then when they didn't, chaos happened. The teacher didn't do shit but tell them what would happen. And they didn't listen. Because we see things far further down the road than all y'all could ever see. Y'all were not given that gift. We were. That's why we're the teachers. We can see everything in advance. And we had to study to show ourselves approved so that we knew that we was right on what we were seeing. On everything. Now, let me straighten stuff out. My wife seems to think I have a problem. If you was here before on the land, 2 acres, I ain't got a problem with you. I don't care if you come. I'm being honest with you, though. Here's my fear. Which is really ain't going to be my problem, because if I see it, I got a land to go to. I don't have to be around it. I can choose to opt out. Simple. People are going to come back and do the same shit they done before. Not build, not do anything. And have the same problems. I'll be honest with you. I hope that I'm so wrong. I hope that I'm so wrong, dead wrong, that I can turn around and say to the people, I apologize because I really thought that this was going to happen. It didn't, so I was wrong. I want to be wrong on this one. I hope I am. But if you do come back to the land, please be ready to build and do the shit you got to do for yourselves. For real. And if you want to buy land, do the things you got to do for yourself. Come down, get a job, work, build, do it. Put your best effort forward. Please. We don't need no headaches. My wife don't need no headaches. I done seen my wife crying before, folks leaving, and really leaving her high and dry. And that hurt me, because it hurt her. If y'all come down, I'm not the one that got to deal with that shit. She got to deal with that shit. And if she complains to me about the shit, I don't really want to hear it. Because I already forewarned her that I really fear that this will happen. Now, please, pretty please, I'm begging you, prove me wrong. And if you do, I'll come to your face like a man, shake your hand and say I'm sorry. Or woman, if you're a woman, I'll shake your hand and say I'm sorry, and I'll say you were right. Because I don't have a problem with you coming on to do right. If you serve Mr. J and all other stuff, no, you can't be here. Okay? Peace and love.